Welcome back to Vision Vested, where we decode the psychology of attraction and help you master the subtle art of high-value dating. Today we are discussing a fatal mistake many men make, giving away your validation for free before she has actually earned it. The core message of this video is simple yet profound. Stop handing out your approval like cheap flyers on a busy street. You must learn to withhold your praise and agreement until she demonstrates qualities that genuinely deserve your attention and your emotional investment. This is not about being cold or manipulative, but about respecting your own standards and understanding the psychological dynamics of human desire. When you disrupt the balance by giving too much too soon, you destroy the natural tension required for a spark to ignite. We will explore why overenthusiasm kills attraction and how the scarcity principle can completely transform the way women perceive your value. We will also dive into the science behind healthy tension and the difference between being high value versus simply being distant. Finally, we will examine the groundbreaking research of Elliot Aronson to prove why earning love feels better than receiving it for free. Prepare to change your mindset completely as we break down these concepts step by step to help you become truly irresistible. Let us begin with the first major hurdle, the problem of overenthusiasm and why being too nice is actually a trap. Imagine a puppy that jumps on everyone it meets. It is cute for a moment, but it commands absolutely no respect. When you immediately agree with everything she says or compliment her constantly, you are signaling that you are desperate for approval. This behavior unintentionally informs her that she does not need to make any effort to capture or keep your attention. By being an open book that is too easily read, you kill the mystery and the challenge that fuels romantic attraction. Attraction thrives on the unknown, and when you remove all doubts about your feelings, you also remove the excitement of the chase. Overenthusiasm suggests that your validation is cheap because you give it to anyone, regardless of whether they have truly earned it. Think about high-value items. They are guarded and given only to those who can afford them, not distributed freely to everyone. If you are always available and always excited, you project a life that lacks purpose, mission, or other significant options. This overwhelming availability acts like water on the spark of attraction, extinguishing the potential for a burning fire before it starts. She wants to wonder about you. She wants to question if she has won you over, not be handed the victory immediately. Human beings value what they work for. If the summit is reached without a climb, the view does not feel as rewarding. Your goal should be to create a dynamic interaction, not a flat line of constant, unwavering positivity that becomes predictable and dull. This brings us to a fundamental concept in psychology known as the scarcity principle, famously studied by Robert Cialdini in his research. Cialdini found that humans are hardwired to desire things that are rare, difficult to obtain, or limited in their availability. When you are too available, you are the discount store. When you are selective, you become the exclusive club everyone wants into. If gold were as common as river stones, it would have no value. Your time and attention must be treated like gold. By prioritizing your mission over instant replies, you demonstrate that your time is a scarce resource that must be respected. This scarcity creates a vacuum that her imagination fills, often painting you in a more attractive light than reality ever could. Scarcity triggers a fear of loss and a desire to acquire, which are powerful motivators in the human psyche for attraction. You want to be the water in the desert, not the water in the ocean. One is essential, the other is everywhere. Learning to say no or not right now is a powerful demonstration of scarcity that instantly raises your perceived social status. Now let us discuss how to apply this practically by creating healthy tension in your conversations instead of rushing to agree. Healthy tension is the friction that creates sparks. Without it, the conversation slides into a boring, predictable, and friendly exchange. Instead of saying, "Me too," or "That is amazing," try asking, "What makes you say that?" or "Why do you like that?" This simple shift forces her to explain herself, investing more energy into the interaction and seeking your understanding and approval. You are subtly positioning yourself as the selector, the one who evaluates, rather than the one begging to be chosen. If she mentions her hometown, do not immediately praise it. Ask her what defines that place for her, making her think. Maintain a sense of curiosity, but remain selective. Make her feel that your validation is a prize she can potentially win. This tension is not about being mean, it is about holding a space where she has to step up to meet you. Use silence to your advantage. A confident pause before responding shows you are processing her words, not just waiting to speak. This behavior signals high status. Low-status men are afraid of silence. High-status men are comfortable in their own skin. By not rushing to validate, you become the magnet. You stay grounded while she moves towards you to close the emotional gap. Think of it like a gentle interview. You are trying to see if she is a good fit for your life. When you finally do give a compliment after this tension, it hits much harder and feels significantly more rewarding to her. Validation without tension is like rain in the ocean. Validation after tension is like rain in a drought. It is cherished. Be authentic with your reactions. If a joke is not funny, do not laugh. If a story is boring, change the topic. This authenticity forces her to calibrate to you. She will stop functioning on autopilot and start interacting with the real you. Just like a respected mentor or coach, your approval means more because it is based on reality, not on a desire to please. This dynamic builds a connection that is rooted in respect, which is the only solid foundation for genuine and lasting desire. Leave the conversation at its peak. Do not let the tension dissipate until it becomes awkward. Always leave her wanting more. By ending the interaction while the energy is still high, you preserve that tension and ensure she thinks about you later. Her mind will replay the high points, and the unanswered questions you left will keep you present in her thoughts for days. This is how you turn the tables. Instead of you chasing her for a second date, she is paving the way. You have successfully created a dynamic where your attention is the prize, and she is motivated to pursue it actively. However, there is a crucial distinction we must make. There is a fine line between being not easy and being cold. We are not advocating for the jerk persona. Being rude, ignoring her, or playing mind games is childish and often backfires. The goal is to be engaged, but not sold. You are present, you are listening, but you are not yet fully convinced. This is not a cat-and-mouse game where you run away. It is about standing still and letting her come to you. You can be a gentleman, you can be kind, but your kindness should come from a place of strength, not a place of weakness. Think of the difference between a servant trying to please a master and a king being benevolent to a guest. Be the king. When you are selective, she feels safer. She knows you are with her because you chose her, not because you needed anyone. Show her you have a rich inner world. Your passion for your own life is often more attractive than your passion for her. This demonstrates that while you enjoy her company, your happiness does not depend on her validation or her presence. Do not build walls to keep her out. Build standards that she has to reach to get in. That is the key difference. If she crosses a boundary or asks for something unreasonable, correcting her gently shows you have a backbone and self-respect. Women test men to see if they are strong enough to lead. Passing these tests by maintaining your frame is crucial. Be the lighthouse, stable, guiding, and unmovable. Do not be the boat that gets tossed around by every wave of her mood. This leads us to the scientific backbone of our strategy, the gain-loss theory of attraction, proposed by Elliot Aronson in the 1960s. Aronson's study showed that we like people most when their evaluation of us moves from negative or neutral to positive. People who praised the subject constantly were liked less than those who started skeptically but were gradually won over. Why? Because the praise feels earned. It feels authentic. It validates our own competence in winning someone over. Apply this by starting your interactions with a neutral, observing stance. Do not be hostile, just be reserved and calm. Let her feel a slight chill of uncertainty initially. This activates her desire to warm you up and seek your validation. As the date progresses and she reveals good qualities, let your warmth grow. Reward her efforts with your attention. This progression creates a psychological reward loop. She feels she has won you, which makes you infinitely more valuable. If you are nice from second one, you are just a nice guy. If you become nice after she earns it, you are a discerning man. The feeling of gain is essential. We do not appreciate what is given, we appreciate what we have successfully acquired. By the end of the night, the contrast between your initial neutrality and your current warmth creates a powerful emotional bond. You are hacking her dopamine receptors. The unpredictability and the eventual reward create a chemical addiction to your presence. Even as you warm up, keep a reserve. Do not spill everything. Let the gain be a continuous process, not a one-time event. She will tell her friends you are different. You are not like the other guys who threw themselves at her feet instantly. Remember these 3 pillars. Scarcity makes you valuable. Tension makes you exciting. And gradual warmth makes you addictive. This requires practice. You must unlearn the habit of instant pleasing and learn the discipline of emotional control. Do not use this as a robotic technique. Internalize the belief that your validation is truly valuable and should not be wasted. The best way to fake high value is to actually have high value. Focus on your purpose, and this behavior will come naturally. When you are genuinely busy and ambitious, you do not have to pretend to be scarce. You actually are scarce. Your demeanor changes when you know your worth. You stop seeking validation and start evaluating who deserves yours. When you stop giving free validation, you balance the scales. You allow a healthy, reciprocal relationship to form naturally. You create a space where she can fall in love with you, rather than just being overwhelmed by your love for her. It is a game of chess, not checkers. Play with strategy, patience, and foresight, and you will secure the queen. It is time to stop being the nice guy who finishes last, and start being the high-value man who selects the best. Your validation is the key to your attention. Keep it in your pocket until she shows you she is worthy of holding it. Stop the over-enthusiasm. Embrace scarcity. Create tension. And let your warmth be a reward that is earned over time. I challenge you to try this on your next date. Hold back, observe, and watch how differently she responds to you. You will be amazed at how much more attraction you can generate simply by doing less and observing more. If you found value in this analysis, join the Vision Vested community. We are building a brotherhood of high-value men. Hit the like button if this video opened your eyes, and subscribe so you never miss a lesson in male self-mastery. Mastering your psychology is the first step to mastering your reality. Do not give it away. Make them earn it. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate and what you reward. Teach them to value you. The universe favors the bold, but it respects the disciplined. Be disciplined with your energy and your affection. Go out there, apply these principles, and witness the transformation in your dating life. You are the prize. This is Vision Vested, signing off. Stay sharp, stay selective, and always keep your vision clear. See you in the next one. Take a moment to reflect on what you have learned. Your journey to becoming a high-value man starts right now. Think about the last time you bought something expensive. Was it the availability that sold you, or the exclusivity? That fear of missing out is what you need to trigger in her, not by manipulation, but by being a rare find. She is swiping through hundreds of men who are all shouting, "Pick me!" Be the one who makes her stop and think. Your digital presence should also reflect this. Quality over quantity. Mystery over oversharing. Let her wonder about you. Solitude is powerful. A man who is comfortable being alone is a man who is not desperate for female validation. Paradoxically, by ignoring her to focus on your book, you become the most interesting person in the room to her. Remember the rule of investment. The person who invests more time, emotion, and effort is the one who falls in love. Let her do the talking. Let her invest her stories, her secrets, and her energy into you. Be the listener. Guide the conversation like a conductor. You do not need to make the noise, you just need to direct the flow. She will leave the date thinking you are an amazing conversationalist, even if she did most of the talking. People love themselves. By letting her talk and validating selectively, you become a mirror that shows her the best version of herself. Again, do not mistake this for narcissism. You are not ignoring her because you love yourself. You are waiting for quality. Patience is a masculine virtue. Rushing for validation is a sign of immaturity. Let the attraction bloom at its own pace. Control your breathing, control your pace. If you feel the urge to seek approval, pause and recenter yourself immediately. A lion does not run around barking at everything. It sits, it watches, and it acts only when it is necessary. Adopt the mindset of the lion, majestic, calm, and powerful. Let the hyenas scramble for scraps while you wait for the feast. Your body language speaks before you do. Lean back, take up space, and do not fidget. Project ease and comfort. Leaning in too much signals neediness. Leaning back signals that you are evaluating the situation. It is a subtle power move. Hold her gaze. When she looks away, you win a small dominance victory. When you look away first, you submit. These nonverbal cues trigger primal attraction mechanisms that have existed for thousands of years. Use them to your advantage. Your words must match your reality. Do not fake scarcity if you are just sitting at home doing nothing productive. The ultimate goal is to build a life so awesome that you don't have to pretend to be hard to get. When you are genuinely busy, she respects your time. She will move her schedule to fit yours because you are the prize. Love cannot exist without respect, and respect is not given to men who seek constant validation and approval from women. Let her wonder, let her doubt, let her hope. That emotional roller coaster is what makes the final destination so sweet. You are the keeper of the flame. Feed it slowly with oxygen and wood. Do not smother it with too much fuel. Mastery of attraction is like mastery of fire. It requires attention, patience, and a respect for the power it holds. You now have the tools. You understand the psychology. The only thing left is for you to take action. Vision Vested is here to guide you. Apply these lessons, respect yourself, and watch the world change around you. Thank you for giving us your most valuable asset, your time. We hope we have earned it. Until next time, gentlemen, keep your standards high and your vision vested. Click the video on screen for more insights. This is Vision Vested, out.